Friendly matches. The pre-season's all over for these players after this session, because it's all about Celta Vigo. On Saturday as Real Madrid travel this afternoon to the northwest of Spain for the first LaLiga match of the season away in Balaídos against Celta Vigo. Match that kicks off on Saturday at 5 p.m. local time here in the Central European summertime. The waiting ends for Zinedine Zidane and his players. It's always frustrating to go through pre-season and playing matches that really have no real importance. But from tomorrow it all begins for this man Zinedine Zidane and his team and squad, with a tricky tie away to Celta Vigo, team that's always battling from the middle to the top of the table, although they did struggle last season in a relegation battle for most of the season. They did comfortably stay up in the end, but Balaídos, with a capacity of over 31,000, recently remodelled stadium, should be packed to the rafters on Saturday afternoon for the visit of Real Madrid. It's always a big game in Vigo when Real Madrid travel up to the northwest of Spain. Temperatures are high, of course, in August in Madrid, but not too bad in Vigo, where Real Madrid are going some 600 kilometres northwest of the Spanish capital, and that means that a 5 p.m. kickoff is okay there. But training brought forward here. Real Madrid normally train at 11 a.m, but it's 10 a.m. start here because the temperatures in Madrid expected to be 35 degrees later today. And the spirit looks to be good in the squad as the two groups of players partake in some rondos, a traditional warm-up to any Spanish training session. And this Real Madrid side will be looking to pick up 3 points, start the season in a positive fashion in Vigo, after beating Celta twice last season in the league, 2-0 in the Santiago Bernabeu and 4-2 up in Vigo. And the season before that, Real Madrid beat Celta by 6-0. But there has been some close encounters. Real Madrid drawing 2 previous trips to Vigo in La Liga by 2 goals each. So it will be tough against the Celta side that's got some experience. The likes of Iago Aspas, their talismanic centre forward, Santi Mina, who they've brought back from Valencia, another local player who's strong in attack, and that could be, or it should be, the attack that starts for Celta Vigo on Saturday. So Real Madrid with some defensive headaches, but also plenty going forward, with that man Karim Benzema leading the line, I'm sure. Looking to repeat the season he had last year, where he was very strong, both in goals and in assists. Karim Benzema will be looking to get the season off to a good start, as will all of these players. Competition, of course, as always, very, very high to get a place in the Real Madrid starting 11. Zinedine Zidane with a number of conundrums probably going around his head at the moment as regards to who he will play at the start of the season. He'll have lots of data, lots of facts at his fingertips from the pre-season friendlies that Real Madrid have played, both in North America and back in Europe. They're unbeaten in the last 3 pre-season friendlies, after a draw in Roma last week, a win in Salzburg as well against Red Bull Salzburg. Real Madrid picking up just when it matters, as the season is about to start. The La Liga season that begins this evening in Bilbao. 89 days since the end of the last season. Real Madrid starting tomorrow. 90 days exactly since their last La Liga game. But it all starts tonight in Bilbao with a big clash between Athletic Club and Barcelona. Game that kicks off at 9 p.m. this evening. Decent curtain raiser to the season as the Real Madrid players jog off to the other side of the pitch, probably to go through some short sprints with Gregory Dupont, the new fitness coach at the club, who's bringing new methods to Zinedine Zidane's squad that hopefully will pay off this season in fitness and in lack of injuries for these players, who all look very focused, very ready. I'm sure very keen to get going. It's always exciting when a new season begins. Everyone starts afresh and everyone looking to get off to the best start possible. As I say, that starts tonight with Athletic Club Barcelona. And then tomorrow, the first game is Real Madrid against Celta at 5 p.m. Kick-off, of course, on Real Madrid TV. We'll bring you all the build-up to that game and post-match coverage as well of everything that goes on in Balaídos on Saturday. 5 p.m. kick-off, that is, remember. Then after that, Valencia take on Real Sociedad at home. 7 p.m. kick-off local time for that one. Mallorca then kick-off against Eibar at 8. Leganés against Osasuna at 9. And Villarreal against Granada at 9 as well. As Saturday gives us the bulk of the games for this first weekend of the La Liga season. And on Sunday, Alaves will play Levante at 5 p.m. Espanyol will take on Sevilla at 7 in an interesting clash. Betis and Valladolid at 9, and at 10 p.m. Real Madrid's local rivals Atletico will play a derby against Getafe, who finished so well last season in 5th position, claiming a Europa League place. So plenty of talking points this weekend in the La Liga season. I'm sure there will be once the action starts. These players nervously and expectantly waiting for that action to start. This is the last training session. Live images here from Valdebebas in Madrid. This is the Real Madrid training headquarters on the northeast corner of the Spanish capital. But these players will be travelling later today up to Vigo in preparation for that first game of the season against Celta Vigo. And there is the full picture, the full squad. We'll be hearing from Zinedine Zidane in just a few hours, around about 12 midday local time. He should be speaking to the press in Madrid. So you'll have lots of questions about what his starting 11 could be. That man in the centre of the picture, Alvaro Odriozola, is on standby to perhaps fill in at right back. Dani Carvajal could still be suspended for the first game. There is Dani Carvajal in the picture as well. That's one issue that needs to be cleared up today by the authorities within Spain and the Spanish League. It's gone up to the sports committee that governs Spain to ratify a decision made by the Spanish Football Federation yesterday to allow a number of players, including Dani Carvajal, to start the new season. He finished last season on 5 yellow cards, so just a technicality really, but that's the decision to come today, whether Dani Carvajal can start or not against Celta Vigo. If not, well, Alvaro Odriozola has proven last season, his first season at the club, that he's a very good attacking right-back option for Real Madrid. Apart from that, no major doubts for Zinedine Zidane, things that he doesn't already know. The main point, of course, is the main injury problem from the pre-season was that unfortunate injury to Marco Asensio in just the second build-up game against Arsenal, which should see Marco Asensio out for most of the season. Apart from that, players are fit, players are ready, players have done the hard miles, the work in pre-season, and all will be willing and ready to do everything they can to get a place in that starting 11 that Zinedine Zidane will name tomorrow. We'll also find out today who's travelling up to Vigo. A couple of players may be left back in the Spanish capital, or he may take everyone up to Vigo for the first game. But it's the beginning of the new season. As you can see, the Madrid skyline in the background there. And these players appear relaxed, appear happy, but they'll be focused on what is their first competitive game in 90 days tomorrow against Celta Vigo. After that, Real Madrid have the first home game of the new season next Saturday at home against Balaídos. And then the third game of the season, 2 weeks' time, Real Madrid travel away to Villarreal. So it's not the most difficult to start, but neither is it the easiest to start. Plenty of things for Zinedine Zidane and his players to focus on there. Celta Vigo, as I say, will not be difficult, will not be easy rather. But that's all we've got time for now from Valdebebas, from Real Madrid's training session.
It's a familiar stage for Real Madrid, and we're hoping for a familiar outcome. Hello and welcome to the 2017-2018 Champions League final. Liverpool are the opponents for Real Madrid this evening, with the Premier League